right, this is the start of week 5, I guess. It's been 4 weeks. It's not been a good 4 weeks, but we'll talk about that in a bit. This is the physique. I have not done much in these 4 weeks and I'm feeling guilty. Because what I look like getting up here, basically naked on camera, like, I didn't do anything. But that's how I feel. You keep going, you keep pushing, you keep going. But, so where we're at now, I feel like it kinda does the same, like I said. Yeah, we gotta talk about this month. What happened this month, what I learned, how I'm going to apply myself differently going forward, all of the good stuff that are conversations you should be having with yourself as well. If you find yourself not hitting your goals, finding yourself struggling, we have to be honest with ourselves if we're ever going to change. So let's get honest. All right, so I want to sit and chat about the past 4 weeks, what I did wrong. Well, not really what I did wrong, but more so what I can do better. Because if you want to see change, then something has to change. And the past 4 weeks weren't absolutely horrible, right? They weren't downright despicable. But as you guys know, if you've been watching my videos and my vlogs and everything, you know I was struggling with binge eating, emotional eating, just ordering out, and I had to do a cleansing day and this whole thing to kind of just get back on track. I honestly can say that I'm very proud with how I ended the 4 weeks, but I just kind of feel like the start, it was a really slow start, decent finish, but overall in the span of the month, did I do what I had hoped to accomplish as far as the type of change I wanted to see? Not exactly. And so what can I do better going forward? And this is what I do, right? I try to be honest with myself about how my time has gone, how my diet has been, how my fitness has been, and really look to see what I can change and troubleshoot going forward. And this is what you should be doing as well. So take a second to think about your journey, whatever your goal is, whether it's saving money, whether it's getting fit, eating better, cleaning up your diet, whatever it is. Take the time to be real and think back on what you need to change in order to get to where you want to go. Also, when I do this, I do have notes. I have my daily calendar and I will mark off every day like a check mark. I drank my water, I hit my calories, I tracked my calories, or I ordered out, you know, so I can accurately look back and see, because our memories are very faulty. Do not just try to rely on memory. How was the past month, you know? But it's so much better if you just have a little calendar where you have like a sticker for every day that was a success or a day that you slipped up. So when you look back, you can actually see like, wow, I didn't do so hot, or you know what, I was on fire. And so I do have a calendar and we did okay the last 2 weeks, but all in all, I want to see more improvement going forward. I'm going to be doing these monthly physique updates until I get to my goal of 100 pounds down, which I do kind of want to talk about because I have had some new subscribers. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Ashley. You probably already know that. But I'm on a journey to lose 100 pounds. I have been on a journey to lose 100 pounds for forever, but this is what it takes. In addition to that, this isn't only about weight loss, right? This is 100% more about my health, my wellness. I have a lot of fitness goals. I love training. I love working out. And yes, right now I do have a weight-based goal. I would love to get to 150 pounds just to mark being 100 pounds down. Actually, it's more like, you know, 155-ish or so. As long as being in the 150s would be 100 pounds down for me, all right? Because yeah, I was definitely fluctuating in the 250s at my heaviest. And so I'm gonna be doing these once a month physique updates until I get to my 100 pounds down realm, which will definitely be this year. I mean, as in 2025. It's gonna be during 2025. But in addition to that, I also, of course, I'm gonna be sitting and chatting with you guys, updating you guys on my fitness, on my diet, on just everything, because I have a lot of goals when it comes to fitness and health. For one, I'm trying to get back into gymnastics. I also wanna get to the point where I'm running another 10K, potentially maybe even doing, you know, half marathons and whatnot. We'll see. We just see how we get there. I have goals for my flexibility. I want to get back into heavy lifting, doing powerlifting. There's just a lot. I am just a lover of fitness and all things health, and I love documenting my journey and teaching you guys along the way. I am a certified personal trainer and also studying for more certifications currently. And I'm also just someone who's trying to live this life, who's showcased her journey and plans to continue showcasing it, because we trying to be an athlete, all right? I'm trying to run the distances, climb the mountains. I just want to do it all. But okay, let's talk about the last 4 weeks. So as I already said, I struggle with some binge eating, some emotional eating, and I'm happy to have finally gotten it under control, but I still know I can do better with my diet going forward. One thing I'm going to be aiming to do this month is sticking to a more strict diet Monday through Friday. I tend to thrive when I meal plan and when I meal prep and when I know what I'm eating. It really helps to simplify my life and to stick to my diet, my dieting goals, when I know I'm eating kind of the same thing day in and day out, as long as I enjoy it. So that's one change I want to be implementing going forward. In addition to banking calories, leaving a little more extra calories for the weekend, eating a little less Monday through Friday. I think I'm going to be aiming for 1,400 Monday through Friday, so that way I can have a little higher on the weekends. Also, what works for me is kind of a loose intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is when you allow yourself an eating window. It's not a diet, it's a way of eating, right? So you allow yourself an eating window to eat between, like, you know, you can eat all your food in 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, whatever it may be. I don't really intermittent fast, but I'm calling it loose intermittent fasting because I have found that it really helps me to wait to eat my first meal later in the day. Usually I have my first meal at about 11, noon. I'm pretty flexible with it, but I do wait until later. And now I think I'm gonna just have a strict first meal of the day at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna say my first meal at 1. This is easy for me to do, okay? If you're getting up at 6 a.m. and you're going to work, I wouldn't necessarily suggest having your first meal at 1. I don't get up at 6 a.m. I work from home. This is easy for me. I kind of roll out of bed around 9 a.m. most days. And so waiting 3 to 4 hours to eat is gonna be perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm having my first meal around 1 o'clock every day. Also, it's important for me to point out, I don't really like breakfast. I'm not a huge fan of breakfast unless it's oatmeal. So this is another reason why it's easy for me to wait until around lunchtime to eat, because I'd rather have lunch or dinner for breakfast anyway. So these are some of the things that I'm going to be doing going forward that I think will definitely help me with my calories and sticking with my goal. And we'll see what next month's physique update is looking like. Just to recap, meal planning and sticking to the same meals Monday through Friday, 1,400 calories Monday through Friday, a little extra calories on the weekend and more flexibility on the weekend. I also will be waiting until 1 o'clock to break my fast, because personally, this is what works for me. And to prepare for days that I have like cravings and stuff, I have found it really helps me to have like an energy drink, you know, have a Monster or a Red Bull, and I want to keep that going. And yeah, I also want to be using the food scale, which I've talked about, and utilizing it to really checking my hunger levels. This is something I have to do all the time. It really does help, like really trying to listen to my body and question, wait, am I actually hungry? And taking time to feel that out. Like, is my stomach actually hungry? A lot of the times the answer is no. It's not that I'm hungry, I'm just craving something. And then wrestling with that craving, right? Either ignoring it, telling myself no, either grabbing an energy drink that'll help satiate it, or drinking water, or even really just trying to identify, why am I craving this? Is it stress? Is it my emotions? Am I upset about something? Taking the time to actually understand what's happening with my system, because I am a binge eater, I am an emotional eater, and I oftentimes turn to food for other reasons that have nothing to do with hunger. These are things I've learned about myself throughout my journey. And this is the type of information you're going to be learning about yourself when you're tackling your own weight loss journey. And so I have to check in with myself and ask myself these questions whenever I am craving food, right? Especially when I'm trying to eat less because I want to lose weight, which is what we're on right now. Now on to the fitness stuff. Another thing I know I need to do this month going forward is kind of simplify my fitness. There's a lot that I'm trying to do. I think I just had like decision paralysis in the month of November. I started working with a coach, which I'm very excited about, a calisthenics coach, because calisthenics is my preferred training style at the moment. And it gets me most excited about movement. But in addition to starting work with this coach, I also was trying to do the runner program because I was trying to run another 5K and hit a PB. And I can be a very all or nothing person in some parts of my life, in some aspects, definitely not all. But in fitness, it is one of those things where I can be very all or nothing. And I think because I had so many different goals and was overextending myself, of course I was also falling short. And then like the guilt hits, and then the maybe I don't need to do anything. What am I doing? I'm wasting my time. And the whole circle of negative self-doubt, right, starts to come in. So I think scaling back would be smart right now. I'm working with my coach. I'm excited for that. I also just added on having like bi-weekly accountability meetings with her, which is going to be new for me, something I haven't done in a really long time. But you got to do things you've never done before in order to get results you've never had before. So keeping up with my calisthenics training, my coach, we're also going to be adding in lower body. Calisthenics tend to be a lot of upper body focus. So I'm doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of pull-ups. I'm doing handstand practice, but we're going to be adding in lower as well, which I'm very excited about. I haven't been under a barbell squatting or deadlifting since my surgery. So I'm excited to ease my way back into that. And then with the running, I'm just going to slow it down. I was trying to do this runner program. We're going to just pause it for now. I'm gonna run, but for leisure. I was gonna say leisure. What the heck is wrong with me? I'm gonna be running, but just for fun. Hoping to run maybe twice a week. I usually like running on Sundays. It's just relaxing and therapeutic for me. And today is Sunday. Happy December 1st. Yes, I am filming this today and posting this today. So this is like real time video, okay? So I am gonna go run after this is up and just be a little more lax on my running, you know. Instead of trying to manage a running program and a calisthenics program, let me just chill for a bit, focus on the calisthenics, follow my workouts with my coach, sprinkle in running 1 to 2 times a week when I'm in the mood for it. That's what I think I need to do right now, just to stay consistent, to not overwork myself or overwhelm myself. And I think this is it. This is it for my check-in for this month, you know, reviewing the past 4 weeks, troubleshooting and knowing how I'm going to change going forward, especially because I want to see change. And when January 1st comes and we're doing another update and another sit down video talking to you guys about my goals, my progress, and all of that, I am determined to see more progress, more success, and just be a bit more satisfied with what I've done. I'm gonna end this here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. I'm going to be posting a video every other day until the end of December. That's the plan. So I hope you're ready for it. And I'll see you in 2 days. Deuces.